independent. You know it. You love it. You can't live without it. Rockland World Radio.
Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to check out the archives, which you can access via the menu bar. And now, the host of Dialogues with Dan Windheim.
Richard, hi everyone, it's Dan, and tonight I have two live guests here on Dialogues with Dan. We're doing a program about yoga and the values and the importance. I'd like to introduce my great guests. I'm speaking with Laura Zaino and Abigail Baglione. Hello, Laura.
Hello, Dan.
Hello, Abigail.
Hello, Dan.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe we could start right off the bat with talking about why people do yoga and different benefits of yoga.
Mm-hmm.
Each of you.
Yeah.
Respond.
I mean, very great for anxiety.
Yes.
And for getting to know yourself and be comfortable with yourself, whatever your body or your limitations are. It's great to get back to yourself. And just to rediscover movement and what you might be able to do with your body, no matter who you are.
Yes. You concur?
I do. And I'm just going to say that I know in this society, in the world, the first desire to do yoga, to practice hatha yoga, is for the body, is to get in shape. And that's what people initially start off practicing yoga for, but it's not what it's about. It's so much more than that. Mm-hmm. It's very healing, physically and emotionally.
Yes.
Very healing.
Yeah.
So it goes further than the actual movements.
It does.
Inert, as my friend would say.
Yeah.
The inert and self-esteem and
Yeah.
Right. Well,
freedom.
it goes beyond the individual ego. It goes way beyond.
Yes.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could give some examples of ways yoga is used, or the way people do yoga.
Well, I know for me, well, I danced before my accident, and it was all about looking good and being thin enough and wearing the right clothes, and it's not what it was about at all. And it can be if you're in that state of mind, but that's not the purpose. You can go into a yoga class and be completely in yourself, and it's okay. It's not about everyone else. It's about you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that I'd like to echo that, because maybe even at first when people go, it would be more of like, more uncomfortable because who's around or who's watching what I do. But really, when you get down to it and you just are with yourself, doing the movements and doing the breaths, I haven't found anything like it anywhere else, because you really just get into yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's really nothing else like it to just make you smile inside.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long have you, Laura, been doing yoga?
Like 8 years, give or
Yes.
take. 8 years.
Do you feel your life has always been yoga? Maybe not the actual yoga, but the way you live is yogi.
So maybe not even before I was doing asana, the physical practice.
Yes.
Like, have I always felt these?
Yeah,
These?
exactly.
I've always kind of been thinking of what's larger than me and trying to keep in touch with what's bigger than me and being compassionate and conscientious. And I think that those things really do tie in because you're really you're thinking about all of the universe. You know, you're one with the universe.
Yes.
It's cliche, but it's because it's true.
Cliches always come from.
Yes.
It's a very soulful thing.
Exactly.
Down to earth and getting back to the nitty-gritty of what counts.
Getting back to the start.
Yes.
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 Yes, and maybe you could share some different types of yoga.
Well, go ahead.
I was trained initially in integral yoga, and that's the same. It's the same sequence, and it has a lot of benefits. And it was very in depth, the training. More about the philosophy, but the style we learned at Birchwood was more a synthesis. It was right, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, and hatha yoga is a term that is used to describe
Right.
a few different kinds of yoga.
Right. Well, all the physical aspects of yoga are hatha.
Right.
Oh,
Any
yes.
movement of the body.
So vinyasa would be a hatha, and I guess we learned vinyasa at Birchwood mostly.
Oh,
Kind of. I'm not even sure really.
And that's Birchwood here
Birchwood
in
Center in Nyack. Great place.
Oh, excellent. Would you
Awesome.
know the website offhand?
www.birchwood.
I think it's
Yes.
Birchwood Center.
Birchwoodcenter.com.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know my programs have centered around disabilities. And I understand, Abigail, you have been challenged a few years ago.
Yeah.
Would you share that?
In the year 2000, it'll be 17 years in September. I was in a horrible car accident and I sustained a traumatic brain injury, leaving me in a coma for 2 months and in a wheelchair for 6 months, and many years of slow recovery.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's been such a journey.
Yes, and
I didn't discover yoga until about 8 years ago, same as you.
where were you first exposed?
I was first exposed, I mean, I would take random classes here and there, all throughout. But my very, very, very good friend, who was my childhood best friend, she was really, really into it. And I let her inspire me. And after I tried it, I didn't need any more inspiration because it was my inspiration.
Wow,
So,
so
It was.
you really dove head first into
I did.
this.
I really did.
Oh,
Back in,
excellent.
yeah.
I think that you've told me before that it really helped you find yourself again.
Yeah, because I don't know if I said it before, but there was such disassociation between myself and my body after my accident, and yoga. I hate saying it, yoga is so huge, but hatha yoga and then all the others that were tied in really brought me back to myself.
Yes. You said yoga is huge. Do you know how huge it is? Like what percentage of people are doing it?
Oh, you mean like hatha yoga?
Or any yoga?
Yeah. Well, I don't think in this country, I think it's mostly hatha.
Oh, yes.
I mean, not 100%, but I think mostly.
Yeah, but I think also when you said it was huge, you probably meant that there's many different aspects of it.
Yes,
There's different limbs
yes.
of it. So the breath
Yes.
work and the philosophy.
And
There's
right.
so much to study and learn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Meditation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I hope that Richard has the camera focused at the mat below. Maybe you could actually show us
Sure.
a few moves.
Sure.
on
Certainly.
Yes, sir.
that. Yes.
And Laura's gonna be the. And I have to.
We were talking about poses that are good for everyone or
It's
variations
specifically,
on
right.
which could be good for.
Well, specifically for TBI, 'cause
Right.
the blood entering the brain is because of scar tissue. Super important for the blood into the brain. It's super important.
Yes.
Because when we're standing like this, it doesn't. On a daily basis, we don't ever put our feet above our head.
It's true.
Well, most people don't. I don't know. I mean, I do now, but I didn't before.
So you're gonna share some basic poses?
Yes. So why don't we start with Shavasana? So come down to the blanket and just have your feet a few, like that, and let them roll out. Palms turned up, and just relax to the best of your ability. Just let yourself go.
I always like to say, let your body be heavy and your spirit be light.
Okay, yes. Let your
Yeah.
body be heavy. Feel your body sinking into the ground, and feel your spirit emerging, floating into the sky. In the Yoga Nidra class that they had at Birchwood, I loved when she had us imagine our bodies were so heavy. It was so, it works. It worked. So
Yeah.
we'd be so
Really?
heavy, we couldn't even move a finger. And then she would say, okay, now imagine you're so light, you're floating up into the sky, and nothing's gonna stop you, and you really felt it. It was amazing.
So this helps with letting go and getting rid of like
yeah,
bad vibes.
all the
And,
bad stuff.
yeah.
All right, so this is Shavasana. This is the final relaxation pose in Hatha. But it can also be used throughout the class. It's like, yeah. So, however it's comfortable for you, turn over onto your belly.
Okay.
Now, your feet can turn in. You relax your hips so much that your feet turn in. And your arms are alongside your hips with your palms up and your head to one side. And anything else you need to do? Yeah, your feet are not, they didn't look relaxed. They look kind of stern. All right, so this is Adavasana. This is a perfectly valid position to come to in class. This is Shavasana. Also, child's pose is also. I didn't add that into the. You want to do child's pose?
Yes.
So in yoga,
Knees apart.
you have children's yoga all the way to adults.
Sorry. Yeah.
Is that
I'm
right?
sorry. I walk around and I teach. So.
Yes.
So Laura looks great. I didn't get her into that. She knew what to do.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't make. So that's child's pose. That's extended child's pose. Her arms are
Yes.
reached out. Her knees are separated. But regular child's pose with the knees together and the hands alongside the alongside.
When you
her
say
feet.
child's pose, is there actually yoga for children?
Oh, there is. Yeah.
All the way to adults.
There is. There's special.
Later, the elderly also do.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure if there's specific training for that, but I know that there. Like I work with an elderly woman. Okay, so we can do. Do you want to do Happy Baby?
Sure.
It's really. I'm not too good at this one, but
So-
just you want to bring your arms between your legs and your feet.
Yeah, and you can, I mean, if possible, you can pull down on alternate feet
Yes.
and just sort of massage your back on the floor,
Yes.
if that's an option for you.
Yes. I'm not good at this one because my tailbone doesn't reach the ground all the way. So I have a super long torso.
But again, every time you do it, you're opening up more.
Yes, but that's true. That's true. I don't do it often enough. So now let's do Paschimottanasana.
Okay.
So if you have a blanket or something or a block to sit on, do you want to sit up on a block or are you good?
Sure. You can,
Yeah, just demonstrate how you
or even a pillow. You
Yes,
don't need
you
fancy
want
props.
to lift your tailbone up, makes it much easier to go forward. So So keep your spine long. Sorry, I'm leaving the microphone. Lengthen the spine. Lift the arms up alongside the ears, shoulders down, belly in, and hinge. Reach out and then down.
So this is all good for posture.
Oh, it's awesome for posture.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can have your knees bent
Yeah.
at any time, really.
Yeah,
Yes.
the-
If the focus is on having your spine
And that's-
straight,
yeah.
then
Yeah.
bend the knees.
A long spine is so much more important than long legs in yoga.
Yes.
So, in hatha. So, yeah. So she's got her legs bent a little bit. Her spine looks good. I keep wandering away from the microphone.
Yes.
All right. So you can reach out. On inhale, reach out, and come up. Long spine. Exhale, reach the arms. Very good.
Yes. So I imagine before someone gets into this, maybe the posture wouldn't be so great, or their flexibility
Yeah.
Yeah.
wouldn't be so
I mean,
great.
It
This,
A pose like this,
improves
you might
it.
just come this far, and
yeah,
that's great. As so long as you are feeling it in your own body and you're
true.
feeling something working, some kind
Right.
of challenge for yourself.
Yes. I had something to say, but about the posture. I found that it takes a really long time. It's really slow, but it does work. Like my lady that I see twice a week, she had such bad kyphosis and she was curved and she had like a muscle lump. I don't know much about like the physiology, but she had a lump, a strange lump, and it was muscular, and it's slowly going down,
Oh,
slowly,
excellent.
and
Amazing.
yeah, and it's really rewarding.
How did you do that? Get it to go down?
I've just been stretching her.
Different things?
We've been doing a lot.
And then
Would you
back
lay
bend, right?
Would you lay down on your back, Laura?
On the
And I'll
back.
show what I did.
Sure.
So feet flat to the floor, knees up, and arms out to T. Now, you wanna you don't have to move your hips over. You can just roll them over to the right, keeping both shoulders rounded. And I make her stay here for a while because, well, actually, one side, it's actually this side that she has that's the hardest for her. So
Yeah.
I make her stay there for. I encourage her to stay there for a long
Yes,
time.
and it's proven beneficial.
Yeah, slowly.
Yes,
I
she
mean-
must be very pleased.
She is.
Yeah, you
And-
too.
I am.
Yes.
And this side for her is totally easy. So I
Yes.
have her do it just to like even things out, even though she's not
It's
even.
common though, most people have it's different on each side.
Yeah, but she's like
everyone.
extreme.
Yes.
I know everyone has one.
It's important to note, but
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yes. So as far as accommodations in yoga,
Well, Laura actually
some of these things.
sees someone who has carpal tunnel.
Yeah,
So and she can put that up.
that, so again, there's poses like downward dog, which is really good for just like lengthening the entire body.
It's yeah.
Yes.
And especially the spine.
Yeah.
But if a person has any wrist issues, you can just come onto the forearms.
And I think it has to be a more advanced student because that's more challenging.
Okay.
Yes.
You know,
so,
like
so you ladies have actually done research, and you curtail the yoga to the client or the
and
participant.
a lot of it is kind of
Yes.
it's kind of like common sense.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be
well,
rude,
Yes.
but if someone makes a suggestion to do a posture and if it hurts your
Yes.
body, then you don't do it.
Right.
It's one of like the cardinal rules. If it hurts, don't do it. It
Sure.
sounds simple, but like we were talking about ego, and people really, too many people try to do things their bodies don't want to do.
and yeah.
And it's just
And it
it's
happens
not worth it.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
That's
Happens a
okay.
lot in vinyasa because it's so fast moving, and people will not do things correctly, and they'll go through the whole sequence of not doing it right, but it'll go so fast you can't stop them to correct them. So
True.
it's I don't know.
You know, I did some research on this program, and I found that there's something called woga, it's yoga for people who use wheelchairs.
Yes.
That's
And
really cool.
It's very big in the world.
Yeah.
Many people are doing these things.
And thank goodness that it exists, you know?
Yes.
And I imagine there's, really a great focus on the breath and
Mhm.
just because you're still moving your body, you're moving your torso
Yes.
and your arms and you're
Yes.
breathing. The
Yeah.
very key element
Yes.
is breath.
So
Yeah.
the importance is not to be so rigid,
Absolutely.
but to let go of what you think and go with what you can do. I
Absolutely.
mean, that's life,
We
right?
all have limitations.
Yes.
Every single
Mhm.
person has some limitations.
Most definitely.
Yep. That's true.
Yes, so maybe you could share a few more poses.
Okay.
Maybe,
Okay.
We were talking about Tadasana.
No, hot.
Oh, unless you wanted to do.
A lot. So let me see what else I have
Okay.
on my phone.
Mhm.
Simple twist from cross-legged. So, Uttanasana also. But you can, sorry, so do Uttanasana. So, belly in, butt firm, not squeeze, but firm, like 2 ripe grapefruit. That's what they say.
Mhm.
And shoulders down, breathe in, and on your exhale, hinge from the hips. And make sure you're touching a surface. If your hands can't reach the ground, then use a block or bring them to your shins, or your thighs even. Just relax your head and neck. And belly in, inhale to come up, hinge up from the hips. Beautiful.
is there a time limit that you should, each session, doing yoga? Like, or just do what you do?
Well, I think there is a time. I think each class has a time.
Yeah, but is
But if you-
it recommended to not? Is there like a? I've never heard of don't do yoga for or don't do a pose for more than such and such
I think
time.
just anything is
Yeah,
just getting into the pose, even if it's down dog for 2 seconds.
as
it's
long
just,
as it feels good.
and as long as
right?
you're moving, you know.
Oh, excellent.
So why don't we do down dog?
Okay.
Because that's the really important one.
Yeah. So.
I was going to do something else. I was going to do the twist, but we'll do down dog first.
Mhm.
So how do you want to get into down dog?
Well, you could. I mean, I would start from here.
Yeah.
So.
And then belly in, curl your toes under, and straighten your knees. The highest point of the triangle is the tailbone, and the goal here is to have a straight spine. So if you need to bend your knees, which you don't obviously, but if you need to, you should. And belly in, relax the head and neck, and just relax and breathe.
And this is good because it's an inversion, right? It's
Yeah.
a gentle inversion.
And it's good for the entire body. I've heard that this is like a workout, a full workout, just doing downward dog. So if you have no time to do a full yoga class, just do down dog.
Yes.
It's better than nothing.
Yes. Abigail, I know you're a instructor, and that's excellent. I have to give Laura some props because I heard that you recently became certified.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, excellent.
Thank
Congratulations,
you. Well,
Laura.
Abigail became certified however long ago it was. Also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So both of you.
and I
We're
did.
both awesome.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We're all awesome. Everyone's awesome.
Yes. Yes. And
So I was gonna do one more.
Yeah.
I never did
Please,
the
go
twist.
Let's twist.
So this is an easier version. So we're gonna just do cross-legged. You're just gonna sit in Sukhasana,
Yeah, so which is just any
Yeah.
cross-legged, any way that's comfortable, right?
Well,
Just
but
however
for
you-
this one, you do want your knees to be out. So I guess I don't really know. I think that if you're not gonna, if this is uncomfortable, you're not gonna do it because I don't know what else
Sure.
to tell us to.
Mhm.
I could be wrong.
We all, ever since we were kids, we learned
India.
that sitting Indian style.
That very politically
right?
incorrect.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I could still do it, but that's
You know, it's
it.
amazing. Some people can't do it. Like the lady
Yeah.
can't do it. I love her. I'm not talking bad about her. I love her, but she is so stiff that she can't. Anyway. So you're going to lengthen the spine, belly in. Try and keep the spine long from the lower back, the lower spine up. And you're going to turn your body to the right. Bring the left hand to the right knee, the right hand behind you, and rotate. Pulling in the belly, making sure you breathe, and look over your right shoulder.
Yes, that's great. Excellent. Boy, Laura, you have great form.
Thank
You
you.
do.
Great form.
It feels so good though.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love this one. Right.
And I mean, even if you don't have to twist far, it just
Right,
getting the motion in the body.
right,
just,
right.
'cause
right.
These are things that we don't normally do.
But
when
get
we're
back
walking
into
down
it.
the street or
I'm not done. You're not done.
Yes.
So from here, you're gonna look at far over the right shoulder,
Mhm.
and then you're going to just your head look over the other shoulder, the left shoulder, and that's the sassy. That's a this pose that I really like. All right, so then you can release the arms and roll your body forward. Now bring the right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind you. Twist your body, pull the belly in, and look over the left shoulder as far as you can without hurting, without any pain. And pretend to be doing this for a while. And then you're going to look over the right shoulder, but keep the body still, the body where it is.
So that comment about
You can unroll.
pain,
Unroll now.
about pain,
No pain.
you should never
No,
do
no.
anything there.
No. And there's a difference between, like we were saying last night, there's a difference between effort
Yes.
and actual dangerous pain.
Yes,
Yes.
pain and discomfort.
Right. And I think that everyone knows that, like, can recognize that in themselves. Because
Mhm.
I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
It's how you
Right.
feel.
Yeah.
So a little discomfort is okay,
Yeah.
but pain is forget it.
Forget it.
Yeah,
Forget it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not what we're
Forget
looking
it.
for.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. No,
Most
forget it.
definitely. Yeah, in our last few minutes,
Mhm.
I want to ask you about the progression of yoga. Maybe you could speak about beginner people doing yoga as beginners and how far they could go
Well, it's
with
different.
yoga.
It's different for everyone.
Yeah.
I teach a beginners class on Saturdays in Lyndhurst, and every week it's different people, different levels. But it's a beginners class, so I keep it simple, especially unless all the students who have come are more advanced. But usually there's at least one who's a beginner, a brand new beginner. I have to accommodate them.
And as a beginner, you go as far as is comfortable for you, and then maybe you're not a beginner anymore. I mean,
Right,
but
right.
these things aren't really strictly defined because everyone does have different bodies and different minds and different feelings. So
Yes.
And everyone can benefit from a beginners class.
Mhm.
Everyone can. I mean, yoga is about what you put into it.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering, like someone who's done yoga for say 30 years,
Mhm.
is there like somewhere like an expert course of yoga?
I think that I'm sorry.
No,
Let me
go
draw.
ahead, go
I think
ahead.
that's too ego. I don't think that it's like a get better kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's putting it in a whole different category that it doesn't belong in. Like dance, you can get better. You can get good at dance.
True.
I don't.
Let's say maybe your body can open up more.
Yeah.
You can get more flexible,
Yeah.
and
Stronger.
maybe you can you sit in meditation for longer. But
Right.
it doesn't make you better. It just means that your body has changed.
Mm-hmm.
or your mind has opened up a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
But even someone, especially someone who's been doing yoga for 10 or 20 or 30 years, it's even more important to go back to the basics, to the beginner classes, because these are the foundational things that are so important, and people tend to forget when their bodies become more able.
Yes.
People forget to do the important
Yes.
foundations.
Yes, I'm guilty of that. I'm sure you're.
Yes, we all are, I think.
Yeah.
So last question.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask each of you, where do you see yoga for you in the future, and yoga in general in the future?
I will continue practicing yoga on a very regular basis. Even, yes, I will practice asana, the physical yoga, but the breath and just the turning inward, it's so key for me being patient and compassionate and conscientious, and being a good mom and a good friend and a good community member.
Yeah.
And so I don't imagine I will stop doing that at all. And I'm going to, try to just turn as many people on as I can, because it's done such great things for me.
That's great.
Yeah.
How about you, Abigail?
I completely agree. About society, I think
Yes.
that it's awesome that yoga is so hot. I do get a little uncomfortable with the fact that there's so much power, get your body hot. I get uncomfortable with that, but still, it can't be bad. Even if it can't doing bad things for you. I just think it's amazing that it's so big.
Yeah.
Yes, and you had mentioned a website
Oh yes,
for
Yes.
yoga
yes.
and
There's
for the disabled.
yes. Well, for brain injury, my very good childhood friend met someone in LA, I think, who they had this. Her brother was a professional snowboarder who was in a snowboarding accident. He got a brain injury, and he started this organization called Love Your Brain, and I did a meditation for them. If you look it up online, you can find it. www.loveyourbrain.com, and Laura knows. You go.
Okay.
About Love Your Brain.
If you're local in Rockland County, there's a studio in Spark Hill called Jamie Surya Yoga, JamieSurya.com, and they have just become certified as the only local to hear Love Your Brain yoga studio,
Yeah,
so
it's
that you can
awesome.
go there and know that you are with just the right people to help you.
And they're supporting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Laura Zaino and Abigail Baglione, I'd like to thank you for joining me.
Thank you,
Dialogues
Dan.
with Dan. You were excellent, and keep stretching. Well,
Thank
everyone,
you.
Have a great night. This has
Thank
been
you.
Dialogues with Dan. Peace.
It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.
Party